Hare Krishna. I'm very happy and honored to be with all of you today. On this special day of Sri Balarāma's appearance. So, Balarāma is very special personality. He's Lord Krishna's first expansion. And as we know, Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan, avatari. Everything emanates from him. And Balarāma is the personality through whom everything is expanded by Krishna. So Balarāma first expands as Mula Sankarshan. And manifests Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha and Sankarshan. First Chaturvyuha and yes, first Chaturvyuha, and then from Sankarshan manifests Narayan, and second Chaturvyuha. And from this second Chaturvyuha, then comes Mahavishnu. And from Mahavishnu comes all the universes. And from him also comes Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, who enters into every universe. In every universe. And then as Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, he enters every living entity. And to all the elements of the universe. In every atom. And every, how to say, interatomic particles. Yes. So he pervades everything. And it is said that this gravitation force is also Balarāma. So if one falls, it means that he is attracted to Balarāma. Actually, Krishna is all attractive. And since everything emanates from then first to Balarāma and then from Balarāma, that means that Balarāma is also all attractive. Is also all attractive.
Takže keďže všetko je manifestované skrze Balarāmu a od Balarāmu, to znamená, že on je tiež všepriťažlivý.
Yes. Whatever is attractive to us in this world is attraction of Balarāma.
A čokoľvek nás priťahuje v tomto svete, tak to je priťažlivý je Balarāma.
The attraction of opposite sex.
Tá priťažlivosť opačného pohlavia.
The attraction of something beautiful.
A tá priťažlivosť k niečomu nádhernému.
Attraction of tasty food.
A priťažlivosť k nejakému chutnému jedlu.
Attraction of wealth.
Priťažlivosť k bohatstvu.
And all other attractions.
A všetky ostatné priťažlivosti.
It's just a fraction of Balarāma's attraction.
Takže to všetko sú to len také malé čiastočky tej pripútanosti pána Balaráma.
And it is explained also, I think also by Srila Prabhupada, that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan.
A je popísané Srilom Prabhupádom, že Krishna on nikdy neopúšťa Vrindavan.
So Krishna in Mathura and Dvaraka is also Balarama's expansion.
Takže Krishna v Mature a v... Môžeš zatvoriť dvere? Tam ruší, keď tam rozpráva. Krishna, keď je v Mature a v...
In Dvaraka,
tak je vlastne tiež to expanzia Balarāma.
Yes. So, and when Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, who is, of course, Dvaraka Krishna, it's expansion of Balarāma.
A tiež Krishna na Kurukshetre, čo je expanzie Dvaraky, tak to je tiež Balarāma.
And when he says, Yat yat vibhuti mat sattvam shrimaturjitam evava, tata te babagachatvam, mamati jomsha sambhavam. That everything that is attractive in this world, and beautiful and charming comes only from the spark of my splendor.
A to je ako Krishna hovorí tento verš, tak v tom verši sa hovorí, že všetko, čo je krásne a nejakým spôsobom príťažlivé v tomto svete je len takou iskrou tej mojej príťažlivosti.
Of splendor, of the effulgence of Krishna.
Že je to len takou odrazom alebo malou čiastočkou.
So we should know, first very good, we should know very well the tattva of Balarāma.
Takže mali by sme preto veľmi dobre vedieť tú tatvu o pánovi Balarāmovi.
Because without tattva, we cannot properly understand the rasa.
Takže pokiaľ my nerozumieme tej tatve, tak potom nemôžeme prísť k porozumeniu tej rasy.
Yes. Otherwise, everything that is described about the Supreme Lord can be taken by our mundane understanding.
Pretože ináč potom všetko, čo je popísané o pánovi, môže byť potom porozumené našim hmotným vnímaním.
Yes, because every our experience is material.
Pretože každá naša skúsenosť je materiálna.
So we should know that everything emanates from Krishna and from Balarāma.
Že mali by sme vedieť, že všetko manifestuje sa z Krishnu a z Balarāma.
Yes, and Balarāma expands in everything actually.
Balarāma sa manifestuje do všetkého.
He expands as Krishna's bed.
On sa expanduje ako Krishnov
Bed.
Ako Krishnova posteľ.
And he expands as Krishna's shoes.
A tiež sa expanduje ako Krishnové topánky.
And he expands as Krishna's umbrella.
A ako jeho dážnik.
And he expands in everything that can be used for Krishna's service.
A on sa expanduje do všetkého, čo môže byť použité v službe pre Krishnu.
And we can also be used for Krishna's service.
A my tiež môžeme byť použití v službe Krishnovi.
When Krishna says, Mamaivam Shujiva Loki Jiva Buddha Sanatana, that means that we are also particles of Balarāma's energy.
Že to znamená, že my sme tiež časťami tej energie pána Balarāma.
And therefore, we are meant for serving Krishna.
A preto sme učení na to, aby sme slúžili Krishnovi.
And Jivara Svarupa Hoy Krishna Nitya Das. We are by our eternal nature always Krishna's servants.
A my sme svojou väčšinou povahou vždycky služobníci Krishna.
So, this is the feature of Balarāma, to serve Krishna. He is the servitor personality of Godhead.
Že to je tá povaha pána Balarāma, že on je slúžiaca a najvyššia boská osobnosť.
And this is the feature of also of spiritual master.
A to je tiež prejav duchovného učiteľa.
And therefore spiritual master is considered to be an expansion of Balarāma.
A preto duchovný učiteľ je považovaný za expanziu pána Balarámu.
Yes, and Balarāma is the original guru.
Balarám, on je pôvodný guru.
The one who teaches us how to be engaged in Krishna's service.
Takže to je ten, ktorý nás učí, ako byť zamestnaný v službe Krišnovi.
So if one doesn't teach this science of serving Krishna, he's not guru.
Takže pokiaľ niekto neučí tú vedu, ako slúžiť Krišnovi, tak potom nie je guru.
Yes, this is the qualification of a guru, that he engages us in devotional service to Krishna.
Takže to je kvalifikácia guru, a že nás zamestnáva v danej službe Krišnovi.
So, and his appearance in this world, Balarāma's appearance in this world, is also very interesting.
A to zjavenie pána Balaráma v tomto svete je tiež veľmi zaujímavé.
Sometimes people consider that God is something human-like, but Balarāma's appearance is not human-like appearance.
Ale niekedy ľudia to tak považujú, že to zjavenie Boha je ako také ľudské, ale zjavenie pána Balaráma není také.
First, we should understand the circumstances around the appearance of Lord Balarāma.
Takže najprv musíme porozumieť tým okolnostiam pri tom zjavení pána Balaráma.
Once Balarāma's parents, Vasudeva and Devaki, got married.
A raz ten rodičia Balaráma, Vasudeva a Devaki, oni sa zobrali.
And Kamsa, the cousin brother of Devaki, wanted to show his love for his sister and his brother-in-law, and he took the reins of the chariot and he decided to drive the newly married couple to their new home.
Takže Kamsa, ktorý bol vlastne brat Devaki, a tak on sa rozhodol, že zobere toho Vasudevu a Devaki na voze a bude sám viesť tie oťaže tých koní a privedie ich vlastne do ich domu nového.
And we should know that this duty of a chariot driver is considered to be very low.
A mali by sme vedieť, že tá povinnosť toho vozataja, to je považovaná za veľmi nízku.
Yes, and to be a driver is not something special.
Vodičom nie je nič špeciálne.
Yes, but because Kamsa wanted to express his love, he decided to drive himself.
Ale pretože Kamsa chcel prejaviť ako tú lásku pri svojej sestre, tak on sa rozhodol, že zoberie túto pozíciu.
And then the voice came from the sky.
A potom tam prišiel hlas z neba.
And the voice said, "You foolish rascal, you're driving your sister and your brother-in-law, but you don't know that the seventh child of this woman will kill you." The eighth child of this woman will kill you.
Takže z neba zaznel ten hlas, že ty hlúpy darebák, že ty vezieš svoju sestru a svojho, čo má to vzať?
Yes.
Vzať? A on 8. dieťa tvojej sestry vlastne ťa zabije.
And then he immediately changed his feelings towards his sister.
A on okamžite zmenil tie pocity, ktoré mal k svojej sestre.
And he grabbed her by the hair. He wanted to, and took his sword to chop off her head.
a chytil jej vlasy a vytiahol meč a išiel ju vlastne odseknúť hlavu.
And Vasudeva tried to protect his newly married wife by all means.
A Vasudeva sa snažil zachrániť svoju novú manželku všetkými spôsobmi.
And finally, after different kinds of persuasions, he promised Kamsa that he will bring all his children to him.
A po rôznych spôsoboch presvedčovania nakoniec prijal Kamsu, že on mu prinesie všetky tie deti, ktoré sa narodia k nemu.
And because Vasudeva was very trustworthy, even such a demon as Kamsa believed him.
A pretože Vasudev, on bol veľmi pravdovravný, tak dokonca aj taký démon ako Kamsa, tak on mu vlastne uveril.
So this is also a teaching for us that we should be very trustworthy.
A to je tiež poučenie pre nás, že mali by sme byť veľmi takí pravdiví.
Only if we are trustworthy, great personalities can be born in our heart.
A pokiaľ budeme takí vlastne ako pravdovravní, tak potom sa môžu v našom srdci zrodiť veľké osobnosti.
Yes, like Balarāma and Krishna were born in his heart of Vasudeva.
A ako Krishna a Balarāma, oni sa zrodili v tom srdci Vasudeva.
And then first Kamsa was very pacified and left Devaki and Vasudeva to live comfortably their life.
Takže on bol takto upokojený a nechal ich vlastne žiť taký pohodlný život.
And then Vasudeva, when his first child was born, brought him to Kamsa.
A Vasudev, keď sa mu narodilo to prvé dieťa, tak ho priniesol Kamsovi.
But Kamsa said that only the 8th child is predicted to kill me, so take this child back home. He was very soft-hearted.
On mu hovorí, že on priniesol to prvé dieťa a hovorí mu, že Kamsa, že iba to 8. dieťa bolo predpovedané, že vlastne má zabiť, tak zober si to dieťa a choď domov a prejavil takú citlivosť v srdci.
But this was not very beneficial for the demigods.
Ale to nebolo veľmi také prospešné pre polobohov.
So Narada Muni came to Kamsa.
Narada Muni tam prišiel za Kamsom.
And he said, you know, Kamsa, there is a plot against you amongst the demigods.
There is a what?
Plot.
Plot?
Conspiration.
Okay, conspiration. Takže tam je taká konšpirácia medzi polobohmi.
Against you.
Proti tebe.
And many of the demigods already took birth in the Yadu dynasty.
A už mnoho tých polobohov sa zjavili v tej Jadovskej dynastii.
And who knows, maybe every child of Vasudeva can be the one who kills you.
A kto vie, ktorékoľvek z detí Vasudeva ťa môže zabiť.
And then he became extremely afraid.
A potom on sa začal extrémne báť.
Yes, and he immediately came and killed this newly born child of Vasudeva and Devaki.
A hneď zobral to novonarodené dieťa naspäť a zabil ho.
And kept Vasudeva and Devaki in prison.
A dal uväzniť Vasudeva a Devaki.
And then every year a child was born from Vasudeva and Devaki.
A potom každý rok sa narodilo nejaké dieťa Vasudevovi a Devaki.
And Kamsa immediately killed everyone.
A Kamsa okamžite zabil každého.
We can just imagine, when we read Shastra, we should try to get into the mood of what is being spoken.
A keď čítame písmo, tak mali by sme porozumieť tej nálade, v ktorej to je písané.
For example, we can just imagine what atrocities went Vasudeva and Devaki through.
Že a my môžeme tomu porozumieť, že cez aké nešťastie vlastne oni prechádzali Vasudeva Devaki.
But still they were waiting for this 8th child who was predicted to kill Kamsa, and so they had children every year.
Takže a napriek tomu oni čakali, kedy to 8. dieťa vlastne zabije Kamsu, tak ako bolo predpovedané, a preto mali deti každý rok.
And it is explained by our acharyas that Devaki represents pure devotional service, is Bhakti Devi herself.
A je popísané našimi acharyami, že Devaki predstavuje čistú oddanú službu.
And she's Bhakti Devi herself.
A ona je samotnou Bhakti Devi.
And Kamsa represents fear of Maya.
A Kamsa, on predstavoval strach z Máji.
And these 6 children that were killed by Kamsa are representation of these 6 deadly enemies of the soul.
A tých 6 detí, ktoré on zabil Kamsa, tak to bolo 6 predstaviteľov enemy of
The soul.
Nepriateľov duše.
It's Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada and Matsarya. That means lust, anger, greed.
Takže to boli týchto 6, to znamená chtíč, chamtivosť a hnev.
Kama, Lobha, Moha, Krodha, Lobha, Moha. Moha means illusion.
Ilúzia.
Mada means pride.
To znamená pýcha.
And Matsarya, envy.
A Matsarya, to je závisť.
Yes, so these are the deadly enemies of the soul.
Takže toto sú smrteľní nepriatelia duše.
And only when all these enemies are killed, then the Balarāma, who will prepare the space for Lord Krishna to come, appears.
A že len keď všetkých týchto 6 nepriateľov je zabitých, tak potom pán Balarám pripraví miesto na to, aby sa mohol zjaviť Krishna.
Yes, so it's important, very important in our spiritual life to try to kill these enemies in the heart.
Takže je veľmi dôležité pre náš duchovný život, aby sme zabili týchto 6 nepriateľov v našom srdci.
And when there is war, it's extremely important to know where these enemies are hiding.
Takže keď je vojna, tak je extrémne dôležité vedieť, kde sa títo nepriatelia skrývajú.
Because if we take our enemies as our friends, we'll be definitely defeated and killed.
Takže, lebo pokiaľ my tých nepriateľov budeme brať ako priateľov, tak potom budeme porazení.
Yes, and Krishna explains in Bhagavad-gita in 3rd chapter, Kama yesha krodha yesha rajoguna samudbhava mahashano mahapapma vidanam iha vairinam. That this is lust, Arjuna. This deadly enemy is lust, which transforms into wrath and is all-devouring sinful enemy of this world.
Takže v tom verši Krishna hovorí, že je to len chtíč o Arjuna, ktorý je všepohľcujúcim hriešným nepriateľom a ktorý sa neskôr mení v hnev.
Yes, and he explains also where this enemy is hidden.
A tiež vysvetľuje, že kde sa ten nepriateľ nachádza.
Yes. Indriyani mano buddhir asyadishtanam asyadishtanam uchyate. Yes. Etara vimoha yadesha. Jnanam abritya. No. So, indriyani mano buddhir asyadishtanam uchyate. Etara vimoha yadesha. Jnanam abritya dehinam. Is it correct? So these enemies, especially lust, is hiding in indriyani, in our senses, in our mind, and intelligence.
Že títo nepriatelia, špeciálne ten chtíč, je skrytý v našej mysli, inteligencii a zmysloch.
And senses, yes. And lust itself is the origin of all other enemies.
A ten chtíč, on je pôvod všetkých tých ostatných nepriateľov.
And Krishna explains Tasmatvam indriyanyadau niyamya bharatarshapa papmanam prachahihenam jnana vijnana nashanam. That at this very beginning you should kill this enemy of lust.
A v 8. verši Krishna hovorí, že hneď na začiatku máš zabiť tohto nepriateľa.
Yes, by controlling our senses.
A kontrolovaním našich zmyslov.
And it is said by modern psychologists even that when we perceive that that our mind is taking us in the wrong direction, we should curb it or stop it in first 5 seconds.
A dokonca aj moderní psychológovia, oni sa zhodujú na tom, že keď vidíme, že tá myseľ nás vedie nesprávnym smerom, tak to musíme zastaviť do 5 sekúnd.
Yes, because in the beginning, why Krishna was explaining this about lust is because Arjuna asked Krishna, what is this power that forces one to sin even against his own will?
A to, prečo to vlastne ako Krishna vysvetľoval, bolo, že Arjuna sa pýtal, že čo je to za silu, ktorá ho nutí jednať aj proti jeho vôli.
Yes, so we can see how powerful this deadly enemy is.
A my môžeme vidieť, aký mocný je tento smrteľný nepriateľ.
So we should know that we should kill this enemy. And it's represented in this lila, how we should kill it.
A my by sme mali vedieť, že by sme mali zabiť tohto nepriateľa a táto zábava, ona poukazuje, ako ho zabiť.
Yes, and how to kill it?
A ako ho zabiť?
Do you learned from this lila already? How to kill it?
Ste sa to naučili z tejto zábavy? Čo viete?
Please, this answers for you. Question for you.
Otázka na vás, že ako zabiť toho nepriateľa?
By fear of Maya.
A to je strachom z Máji.
Yes, Kamsa represents fear of Maya.
Takže Kamsa, on predstavuje ten strach z tej Máji.
And Srila Prabhupada said that many times devotees are not afraid of Maya enough.
A Prabhupada, on hovorí, že oddaní nie sú častokrát dostatočne, nemajú strach z Máji.
Yes, so we should be very careful about this deadly force.
Takže my by sme mali byť veľmi opatrní s touto smrteľnou silou.
Yes. So, and Vasudeva represents pure consciousness.
Takže Vasudeva, on predstavuje čisté vedomie.
And Devaki, of course, is pure bhakti.
A Devaki, ona je čistá bhakti.
And only by pure devotional service, or pure consciousness, we can engage this bhakti in fear of Maya, so all these enemies can be killed. By pure consciousness, we can engage this pure bhakti that in fear of kamasa, in fear of Maya, that all these enemies can be killed.
Čiže my môžeme iba tým čistým vedomím zamestnať sa v tej čistej bhakti, ktorá môže odstrániť ten strach,
can be killed, all these enemies can be killed.
Že ona môže vlastne, vďaka nej môže byť, títo nepriatelia môžu byť zabití.
By fear of Maya.
A to tým strachom z tej Maje.
Yes. So healthy fear of Maya is very important in our spiritual life.
Zdravý strach z Máji je veľmi dôležitý pre správny duchovný život.
And Krishna explains why also in 7th chapter of Bhagavad-gita.
A Krishna vysvetľuje, že prečo v 7. kapitole Bhagavad-gity.
Yes. Devi hiesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mam eva ye prapadanti mayam etantarantiti. That no one can overcome this Maya.
A tam hovorí, že nikto nevie prekonať túto Maju.
It's duratyaya. It's unlimitedly powerful force.
Ona je duratraya, má neobmedzenú moc.
And it's Krishna's personal energy.
A je to Krishnova osobná energia.
Mama Maya, it's my energy.
Mama Maya, je to moja energia.
Yes, so no one has the power to overcome Maya.
Takže nikto nemá tú silu prekonať Maju.
Mam eva ye prapadanti. Only if you surrender to Krishna, mayam etantarantiti, you can overcome Maya.
Že iba ak sa odovzdáte Krishnovi, iba tak sa dá potom prekonať tá Maja.
Yes. So, and when these enemies are killed, then Lord Balarāma appears in the heart.
A keď títo nepriatelia, oni sú zabití, tak až potom pán Balarám sa zjaví v srdci.
And he prepares the space for Lord Krishna.
A on pripravuje to miesto pre pána Krishnu.
And then Balarāma was transferred from Devaki's womb to the womb of Rohini in Vrindavan.
Balarám bol premiestnený z toho lona Devaki do lona Rohini.
Yes. And then Balarāma prepares the space in Vrindavan for Krishna's appearance.
A Balarám potom pripravil to miesto vo Vrindavane na prezjavenie Krishnu.
Yes. And when Krishna appears, he instructs Vasudeva of pure consciousness to bring him to Vrindavan.
A keď sa Krishna zjavil, tak dal pokyny Vasudevovi, aby ho preniesol do Vrindavanu.
Yes, to pure consciousness.
Do čistého vedomia.
Yes, because Vasudeva is a representative of pure consciousness.
Pretože Vasudev, on je predstaviteľom čistého vedomia.
Yes. And this is confirmed by Shiva in 4th canto of Bhagavatam.
A je to potvrdené Shivom v 4. spieve Bhagavatamu.
Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam Yate Tatra Pavanva Pavrita. Sattvecha tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Yadokshajame Namasa Vidiyati. That only by pure consciousness then this absolute truth is revealed.
Only by
pure consciousness, this absolute truth is revealed.
Iba čistým vedomím tá absolútna pravda môže byť vyjavená.
Shri Nitai Gaura Chandra ki jai. So yes, when we kill our enemies and prepare our heart for Balarāma's appearance, then we can transfer our consciousness to Vrindavan consciousness.
Takže pokiaľ my zabijeme tých nepriateľov a pozveme Balarāma, aby pripravil to prostredie, tak až potom môžeme byť premiesnení do Vrindavana.
We can prepare our consciousness to accept this Vrindavan consciousness.
A my môžeme pripraviť naše vedomie, aby bolo pripravené na to vedomie Vrindavana.
Yes, so as long as these enemies are not killed in our heart, our consciousness is not prepared for Vrindavan consciousness.
A pokiaľ títo nepriatelia nie sú zabití, tak naše vedomie nie je pripravené na to vedomie Vrindavana.
Yes, and we discussed this morning. Nashta preshva bhadreshu nityam bhagavata seva bhagavati uttama shloki bhaktir bhavati naishtiki.
A dneska ráno sme to diskutovali.
That bhakti is so powerful that cleanses the heart.
Že bhakti je tak silná, že ona očistuje to srdce.
It's explained that Krishna himself is cleansing our heart when he is satisfied by our Shravanam and Kirtanam.
A že Krishna samotný, on očistí naše srdcia, pokiaľ je spokojný s našim načúvaním a ospevovaním.
And bhakti is so powerful that it becomes naishtiki or manifests in our heart even before we are completely pure.
A bhakti je tak silná, že ona sa zjaví v našom srdci ešte aj predtým, ako sme úplne čistí.
As for example, for the path of jnana, even to begin the path, we should accept sannyas.
Že ako napríklad v tej ceste jnany, tak ešte keď len začneme, tak by sme mali prijať sannyas.
Yes. Without sannyas, there is crazy to speak about the jnana, that we are different from Maya.
A bez toho sannyasu je také bláznivé hovoriť o tom, že o tej
about distinction between soul and matter.
Medzi tým hovoriť o tom rozdiele medzi tou dušou a telom.
Yes. But bhakti is so powerful that can engage Maya in Krishna's service.
Ale bhakti je tak silná, že ona môže zamestnať tú Maju v službe Krishnovi.
So, and when Krishna and Balarāma were in Vrindavan, everything, Balarāma was very careful that everything was meant for Krishna's satisfaction.
A keď Krishna a Balarāma boli vo Vrindavane, tak Balarāma sa veľmi zaujímalo to, aby všetko bolo určené pre Krishnovo potešenie. It
is explained in Radha Krishna Ganadhesh Dipika even that Rohini had 1,000 times greater love for Krishna than for Balarāma.
A v tých písmách je popísané, že Rohini mala 1000-krát väčšiu lásku pre Krishnu ako pre Balarāma.
Hare Krishna. His own mother. Yes. So it is important to understand this role of Balarāma is completely dedicated for Krishna's pleasure.
Treba pochopiť tú úlohu Balarāmu, že jeho úlohou je úplne uspokojiť Krishnu. And
of course both Krishna and Balarāma were extremely charming babies and then little boys.
Samozrejme Krishna a Balarāma, oni boli veľmi príťažliví, či babetka, alebo potom takí malí chlapci.
And they completely charmed every resident of Vrindavan.
A oni úplne očarili všetkých obyvateľov Vrindavanu.
They were playing in the courtyard of Nanda Baba's estate.
A oni sa tam hrali na tom dvore Nanda Maharaja.
And they were crawling in the mud of cow dung and cow urine.
A oni sa tam váľali v tom truse a moči od kráv.
Crawling.
A že tak ako chodili po štvornožky.
Yes. And they tried to get up by taking shelter of calf's tail.
A oni sa, keď sa snažili postaviť, tak sa chytali tých chvostov teliatok.
And the calf was getting afraid because something was pulling his tail, and he was starting running.
A tie teliatka, oni sa báli, že čo im to vlastne chytá ten chvost, tak oni začali utekať. And
they dragged Krishna and Balarāma behind them.
A oni tak vlastne ťahali Krishna a Balarāma za sebou potom.
And Krishna and Balarāma were afraid because they were dragged, and they were even hold tightly, more tightly to the tail of these calves.
Oni sa, Krishna a Balarāma sa báli, ešte viacej sa držali pevnejšie tých chvostov.
So you can just imagine, we explained that they are the lords of the universe.
To len predstavte, že oni sú páni toho celého stvorenia.
Yes. Only expansion of the expansion of the expansion is Mahavishnu. Of Balarāma's expansion is Mahavishnu, who just by breathing emanates all the universes.
Iba tá expanzii pána Balarāma je Mahavišnu, ktorý vlastne iba svojím dýchom vytvára všetky vesmíry.
And here Krishna and Balarāma are afraid and being dragged in the cow dung and cow urine of in the courtyard of Maharaj Nanda.
Krishna a Balarāma majú strach pustiť sa tých chvostov, tých teliatok, aby nespadli na tom dvore toho Nanda Maharaja.
And why is this this play or this lila performed for such great personalities as Krishna and Balarāma?
A prečo táto zábava manifestovaná pre takéto osobnosti, ako je Krishna a Balarāma?
There are so great personalities, and they're being dragged all over the place by little calves.
A oni sú tak obrovské osobnosti, ale tam boli ťahané proste malým teliatkom po celom dvore.
What do you think?
Čo myslíte, že prečo to bolo manifestovaná táto zábava? To show us that how great role Krishna has for his devotees to appear in the
You're to translate.
Že sa hovorilo, že aby ukázala lásku, aby preukázala lásku, ako má lásku k oddaným Krishna, že vlastne sa tam hrá na tom dvore Nanda Maharaja.
Yes. Actually, everything that Krishna and Balarāma, whatever they do, is just to attract the hearts of their devotees.
Áno, že v skutočnosti všetko, čo Krishna a Balarāma oni robia, tak je to preto, aby pritiahli srdcia svojich oddaných.
So by these pastimes, they completely charm the heart of their mothers and of all the inhabitants of Vrajabhumi.
A touto zábavou oni úplne očarili všetkých svoje matky a všetkých obyvateľov toho Vrindavana.
Yes, because they were so charming. Everyone was watching this fun and always meditate upon these pastimes of Krishna and Balarāma.
Takže oni boli tak očarujúci, že všetci vlastne o tom meditovali a uvažovali, spätne na to spomínali, o tých zábavách Kršna Balaráma.
And when this Yashoda and Rohini took Krishna and Balarāma in their lap, they were completely overflown with love for them.
A keď Rohini a Devaki oni zobrali Kršnu a Balarámu do toho svojho lona, tak oni boli úplne premožené tou láskou.
I said Yashoda. But you're also right, because Dve namni Nanda Bharaya Yashoda Devakiticha. That there were two names of Mother Yashoda, and this is Yashoda and Devaki were two names of Yashoda, and therefore they were friends with Vasudev's wife Devaki.
Že ja som sa nevedel a hovorili, že v skutočnosti to nevadí, lebo sú dve mená pre Jašoda a Devaki a oni boli ako priateľky Jašoda a Devaki Vasudeva.
Yes, and it is explained that when gopis referred to Krishna as the son of Devaki, they meant as a son of Yashoda.
A že keď gopi oni hovorili Krišnovi ako syn Devaki, tak oni sa vzťahovali k Devaki ako k tej Jašode.
Yes. So you can imagine how sweet these two boys were, completely smeared by cow dung and cow urine, and Balarāma was as white as snow. and when how many of you have children?
Takže predstavte si, aké to bolo nádherné, že keď ten Kršna a Balarāma oni boli tak zaprašení od toho kráľovského trusu a moču, že koľký z vás akože majú deti?
How many of you have children? You have children? Only 2. And you? 3, 4. 4 people. So you may know when the child is very small,
Viete, že keď dieťa je veľmi malé,
he's very chubby, or she is very chubby,
také nezbedné.
and he has these lines on the wrists because it's chubby. The child is chubby.
Že ono je také mekučké a ono má tie také vrásky, hej, tak okolo.
Yes, and it's extremely sweet.
Extrémne sladké.
Yes, so Krishna and Balarāma also had these lines around the wrists.
Kršna a Balarāma oni mali tiež také tie zárezy, také tučničké.
And lines on their necks.
A tiež na krku.
And lines on their belly.
Bruchu.
Yes, and mothers were perceiving the first teeth, how they grow from the mouth of Krishna and Balarāma.
Matky oni sledovali, kedy tie prvé zuby vychádzajú z úst Kršna a Balarāma.
And this is also very charming to see.
A to bolo tiež veľmi také očarujúce vidieť.
How the absolute truth gets his first teeth.
Absolútna pravda ide mať prvé zuby.
Hare Krishna. And then Krishna and Balarāma became a little older, and first thing they start to steal the butter from the neighbors.
Oni potom Kršna a Balarāma, oni sa stali takými staršími a začali kradnúť maslo od svojich susedov.
Yes, and Krishna was especially known as a makanchor.
A Kršna bol špeciálne známy ako makanachor.
And then different demons started to come to Vrindavan.
A potom začali rôzni démoni chodiť do Vrindavanu.
And usually Krishna killed all of them.
A väčšinou Kršna ich zabíjal.
But there are 2 demons in Vrindavan killed by Balarāma.
Ale sú dvaja démoni, ktorí boli zabití Balarāmom.
First demon killed by Balarāma is Dhenukasura.
A prvý démon bol Dhenukasura, ktorý bol zabitý Balarámom.
And Dhenukasura represents gross ignorance, gross material consciousness.
A Dhenukasura, on predstavuje veľké materiálne ako vedomie.
One day, the cowherd boys said to Krishna and Balarāma, we are very hungry.
A jedného dňa tí pastieri povedali Krishna a Balarámu, my sme veľmi hladní.
And can you smell this sweet fragrance of tala fruits that is spreading all around the forest?
A môžeme cítiť tú sladkú vôňu tých plodov tála, ktoré sa šíria po celom lese.
But the problem is that although these tala fruits are very succulent and ripe, no one can get them.
A problém je, že aj keď tie plody sú veľmi zrelé a je ich tam hodne, tak nikto si ich nemôže zobrať.
Because there is a terrible demon there called Dhenuka, a terrible ass demon.
Pretože tam je taký otrasný démon Dhenuka, taký podobe somára.
And but you, Krishna and Balarāma, are strong enough to kill this demon.
Ale ty, Krishna a Balarāma, vy ste dostatočne silní na to, aby ste zabili toho démona.
And so Krishna and Balarāma, they went along with their friends to this forest of Talavan.
Takže oni potom išli spolu s tými priateľmi do toho lesa Talavanu.
And first Balarāma started to shake trees very violently.
A najprv začal Balarám triasť stromy tak veľmi mocne.
And these fruits, tala fruits, were starting to fall down.
A tie tala plody, oni začali padať na zem.
And when this was heard by Dhenuka, he became furious.
A keď toto počul Dhenuka, tak on bol taký zvedavý.
And he came running. He considered who is daring to trespass this my forest. This is my forest.
A on uvažoval, že kto to len môže byť, že si to dovoluje vlastne ako robiť toto v mojom lese.
And take my fruits from my trees.
A brať moje plody z mojich stromov.
Yes, I should kill him immediately.
Ja ho musím hneď zabiť.
And he came running and saw Balarāma violently shaking the trees, and braying very loudly came and kicked Balarāma with both hind legs to his chest.
Takže on pribehol a videl tam, ako Balarám tam trasie s tým stromom a prišiel k nemu a kopol ho zadnými nohami do hrudi.
But Balarāma was not budged, not even for a millimeter.
Ale Balarám sa nepohol ani o milimeter.
He just grabbed the hind legs of Dhenuka and whirled him around and threw him in the top of tala trees, and this violent movement killed Dhenukasura.
A Balarám potom chytil Dhenukasuru za tie zadné nohy a začal s ním krútiť, a ako s ním krútil, tak vlastne ako bolo to tak silné, že on opustil telo a vyhodil to telo potom proste hore na tú palmu.
And he was so heavy that when he landed on the top of the tree, the tree shook and collapsed, and while collapsing, all the surrounding trees were also collapsed.
A takže on bol tak heavy, tak ťažký, že keď ho tam vyhodil, tak ten strom on tak skolaboval a začal padať a okolo neho vlastne popadalo ešte zo pár ďalších stromov.
Shri Balaram Ji ki
Jai.
Jai. Yes, very strong personality.
Veľmi mocná osobnosť.
And then other asses came,
A potom ďalší tí somári prišli
very furious that their leader was killed.
a boli takí veľmi prekvapení, že ich vodca bol zabitý.
And braying very loudly.
A vydávali tie zvuky tak veľmi nahlas.
But all of them were killed in the same way. Krishna and Balaram caught their hind legs, whirled them around and threw them on the top of these tala trees.
A všetci boli zabití rovnakým spôsobom. Krishna a Balarāma ich chytili za tie zadné nohy a krútili ich a povyhadzovali ich na tie stromy.
And there was a really nice scene, these dead asses on the top of the trees that were looked like clouds.
A bola to taká pekná scéna, že tie mŕtve osly, oni tak vypadali ako mraky na tých stromoch.
And this is very important also for us to understand.
A je to tiež veľmi dôležité pre nás porozumieť tomu.
Because this gross ignorance represented by Denuka is considering that everything is mine.
A tá hlboká nevedomosť predstavovaná Denukom postáva z toho, že si myslíme, že všetko je moje.
Yes. So if I consider that this is my car, this is my child, my wife, my husband, my money, my this, my that, we have Denuka consciousness.
Takže pokiaľ my tak uvažujeme, že toto je môj dom, moje auto, moja žena, moje deti a tak ďalej, tak sme v tom nevedomosti a v tom vedomí Denuku.
Yes. And actually, even if we consider ourselves devotees, we try to kill Krishna and Balaram by loudly praying and kicking them in their chest.
Takže aj napriek tomu, že my sme oddaní, tak sa snažíme zabiť Kršnu a Balarámu tým aj loudly
praying.
A že tým hlasným ako takým kričaním, že no, toto je moje.
Yes, and kicking them to their chest. Actually, we want to kill their heart.
A snažíme sa ich kopnúť ako do hrudi.
Actually, we want to kill their heart of Krishna and Balarāma.
Že v skutočnosti chceme zabiť ich srdcia Krishna a Balarāma.
Yes, so we should understand that this consciousness, this is mine and this is I, is very, very detrimental for our devotional service.
Mali by sme chápať, že toto vedomie ja a moje je veľmi nepriaznivé pre vedomie Krishnu.
For example, if one is employee in the bank,
ako napríklad, keď niekto je zamestnanec v banke,
so his duty is of course to count money and to take notes of everything.
Jeho povinnosť je robiť s peniazmi a zapisovať to tam všetko.
But if he considers this money as his property and he takes even small amount for this purpose, he's punished.
Ale pokiaľ on si začne myslieť, že toto sú moje peniaze a dobere si nejakú iba úplne maličkú čiastku, tak on bude potrestaný za to.
And the same is with our life.
A to isté sa dá stiahnuť k nášmu životu.
If we consider anything as ours,
Ak považujeme čokoľvek ako naše,
and we take anything for our selfish purpose in our life,
a zoberieme všetko pre náš sebecký účel v našom živote,
we're definitely punished.
potom budeme trpieť, budeme potrestaní.
Yes. So we should know that everything belongs to Krishna.
Takže mali by sme vedieť, že všetko patrí Krišnovi.
Nothing is ours.
Nič nie je naše.
But we should very faithfully serve Krishna by using things that are put in our care.
Takže mali by sme práve že slúžiť Krišnovi veľmi starostlivo s vecami, ktoré nám boli dané na starosť.
That doesn't mean that we know, yes, nothing is mine, so if one wants to take these things, no problem, he can take everything.
A nie tak, že vieme, že nič nie je moje, tak keď niekto si chce niečo zobrať, tak jasno zober si.
For example, of this employee, he's responsible for taking good care of this money of the bank.
Ako napríklad ten zamestnanec tej banky, on je zodpovedný za to, aby starostlivo sa staral o tie peniaze.
And if he allows that someone else comes and take this money, he's also punished.
A keď niekto, on dovolí, že keď niekto iný príde a tiež zoberie tie peniaze, tak znova aj on je potrestaný.
Yes. If he thinks, oh, this is not my money, so doesn't belong to me, so anyone can take it.
A keď on uvažuje, že to nie sú moje peniaze, tak ktokoľvek si to môže zobrať.
Yes, he's again punished.
Znova je potrestaný.
So we should know that everything what we have is put in our care for Krishna's service.
Takže my by sme mali vedieť, že všetko, čo nám je dané, má byť použité v službe Krišnovi.
But when we try to have more than we need and we strive very hard, this is the sign that we have this Dhenuka mentality.
Ale pokiaľ my sa snažíme mať viacej a veľmi za to tvrdo preto pracujeme, aby sme to dosiahli, tak mali by sme vedieť, že to je to vedomie Dhenuky.
Yes, because there are more fruits that he and his friends could eat in this forest.
Pretože v tom lese bolo viacej plodov, ako oni mohli zjesť.
But they didn't allow anyone to take these fruits, not even Krishna himself.
A oni nedovolili nikomu, aby jedol tie plody, dokonca ani Krišnovi.
So we are put in care of different goods in this life just to serve Krishna, and we serve Krishna by serving every living entity actually.
Takže nám boli dané nejaké možnosti, s ktorými vlastne my robíme v tomto svete a aby sme mohli vlastne slúžiť Krišnovi aj tým, že slúžime všetkým živým bytostiam.
Because as we explained, that every living entity is part and parcel of Krishna or Balarāma.
Ako sme vysvetľovali, každá čiastočka je živá bytosť, je časťou Krišny, Balarāma.
So we should know that we should serve every living entity.
Takže mali by sme vedieť, že by sme mali slúžiť každej živej bytosti.
Of course, this is not in this world, and these living entities in this world are crazy.
Samozrejme, živé bytosti v tomto svete sú bláznivé.
That doesn't mean that we serve them according to their crazy whims.
A to neznamená, že my im slúžime podľa ich bláznivých nápadov.
Even the physician, the doctor, doesn't serve the patient according to patient's crazy whims.
A ako doktor, on neslúži tomu pacientovi podľa jeho bláznivého nápadu.
But he serves the patient in such a way that he can cure the patient as soon as possible.
Ale on slúži tomu pacientovi takým spôsobom, aby ho vyliečil v čo najkratšej dobe.
So we should also serve the living entities in the same way.
A podobným spôsobom by sme mali slúžiť aj tým iným živým bytostiam.
Not to fulfill their crazy desires,
Nie, že budeme naplňovať ich bláznivé túžby,
but to help them to come to Krishna consciousness as soon as possible.
ale pomôcť im, aby prišli ku Krišna vedomiu čo najskôr.
Yes. So this is one demon killed in Vrindavan by Balarāma.
Ktorý bol zabitý Balarámom vo Vrindavane.
And it signifies that this demon should be killed by our own endeavor and by Guru's help.
A je popísané, že mal byť zabitý našim úsilím a pomocou Gurua.
So this gross ignorance can be removed by Guru's help and our own endeavor.
Takže táto hrubá nevedomosť môže byť zabitá pomocou Gurua a nášho úsilia.
Yes, it's very important to understand. And the other demon killed by Balarāma was Pralambasura.
A ten druhý démon, ktorý bol zabitý Balarámom, sa nazýva Pralambasura.
And there is also one, before we go to Pralambasura, in Dhenukasura's story, there is explanation in different shastras who Dhenuka was in his previous life.
Ešte keď sa vrátime k tomu Dhenukasurovi, tak je tam vysvetlenie z písiem, že kto on bol vlastne v tom minulom živote.
And he was son of Maharaj Bali.
A on bol syn Maharaja Baliho.
And therefore he was not killed by Krishna.
A preto on nebol zabitý Krishna.
Because Krishna gave his word to Prahlad Maharaj.
Pretože Krishna on dal slovo Prahlad Maharajovi.
That he will not kill any member of his family.
Že on nezabije žiadneho príslušníka jeho rodiny.
So, because Bali was a grandson of Prahlad.
Pretože Bali bol vnúk Prahlada.
And of course Dhenuka was great grandson.
A Dhenuka bol právnučík.
Yes, so Krishna himself didn't want to kill Dhenuka.
Takže Krishna osobne nechcel ho zabiť.
And so Balarāma killed.
Takže Balarāma zabil.
Hare Krishna. So Pralambasura is also very important figure in Vrindavan Lila.
A Pralambasura je tiež veľmi dôležitá figurka v tej zábave vo Vrindavane.
And because he came to Vrindavan, to Krishna's Lila, as a friend.
Pretože on prišiel do Vrindavanu, do tej Krishna Lily ako priateľ.
And he played along with other boys.
A on sa tak v zakrytí, nepoznaní hral s ostatnými chlapcami.
Yes, so the boys had fun with Pralambasura.
A chlapci, oni sa mali zábavu s Pralambasurom.
Yes, I remembered one interview with Sid Vicious. Have you heard about the punk band Sex Pistols?
Takže som počul také
Interview
s
Sid Vicious.
tými Sex Pistols.
Yes, this one of one member of this group.
Jeden člen tejto skupiny.
I know this because I became a punk when I was 8 years old.
Ja viem, lebo som bol punkáčom, keď som mal 8 rokov.
And there was an interview with this prominent member of Sex Pistols.
A bol tam interview s týmto dominantným členom tejto skupiny.
And he was asked, what is the purpose of your life or something like
A
this.
jeho sa pýtali, že čo je vlastne význam tvojho života.
And he said, I want to have fun.
A on odpovedal, že ja chcem mať zábavu.
And he was asked, what kind of fun, what particular kind of fun you would like to have?
Že aký druh zábavy by si chcel.
And he wasn't asked about the purpose of life. He explained, any kind of fun. This is the purpose of my life, to have fun.
Nepýtali sa ho, že aký je zmysel života, ale on to tak povedal, že akýkoľvek druh zábavy, že to je zmysel môjho života. To
have fun, yes. And then he was asked, are you having fun in the moment?
Že potom sa opýtali, máte teraz vlastne tú zábavu?
And he said, are you kidding?
Že on hovorí, že si robíte srandu.
So I don't have any fun at all, he said.
Že teraz nemám vôbec zábavu.
So it's very significant. We want to have fun. Everyone wants to be happy, perfectly happy. But as long as we are in material consciousness, we don't have fun at all.
Že každý z nás chce mať ako to šťastie, ale v tom materiálnom vedomí nemáme vôbec žiadne šťastie.
Yes. And but these boys had fun with Pralambasura also. And Pralambasura considered Krishna to be extremely powerful, so he wanted to finish Balarāma first.
Pralambasura bol veľmi mocný a on chcel najprv zničiť Balarāma.
And boys, they divided themselves in two groups.
A chlapci oni sa rozdelili do dvoch skupín.
In one group was Krishna and in another group was Balarāma.
V jednej skupine bol Krishna a v druhej Balarāma.
And Pralambasura joined the Krishna's group.
Pralambasura on išiel do skupiny, kde bol Krishna.
And Krishna's group lost.
A Krishnova skupina prehrala.
And there was agreement that those losers will carry the winners on their shoulders.
A tam bola dohoda, že tí, ktorí prehrajú, budú tých víťazov nosiť na chrbáte.
And so Pralambasura carried Balarāma on his shoulders.
A takže Pralambasura zobral Balarāma na svoj chrbát.
And Krishna carried Sridhama on his shoulders.
Krishna zobral Sridhamu na svoj chrbát.
And Pralambasura carried Balarāma far away to kill him.
Pralambasura zobral Balarāmu ďaleko od nich, aby ho zabil.
And then Balarāma became very heavy, and Pralambasura turned into terrible demon, enormous demon.
A Balarāma potom začal byť taký ťažký a Pralambasura sa zmenil na takého hrozného démona.
Because he couldn't carry Balarāma anymore.
Pretože už nevedel niesť Balarāma.
And then Balarāma just struck this demon with his fist and killed him.
A on potom ho udrel Balarāma svojou rukou a zabil takto démona.
So Pralambasura represents lust. Pralambasura represents lust.
Takže Pralambasura on predstavuje chtíč.
And we explained that this lust is extremely deadly enemy.
A je popísané, že ten chtíč je extrémne smrtiaci nepriateľ.
And it's significant that comes as a friend in our life.
A je dôležité v tom, že on prichádza ako priateľ v našom živote.
Yes, and we have fun with it, with this friend. Yes. But his only purpose is to kill us. Yes. So, because it was killed by Balarāma, it's significant that we understand that this lust should also be killed by our own endeavor and under the instruction of our spiritual master.
Takže a pretože on bol zabitý Balarámom, tak pre nás je to dôležité porozumieť, že má byť zničený našim úsilím pod vedením duchovného učiteľa.
Shri Balarāma ji ki jai, Nitya Gaur Pramanandi Hari. Do we have any time for questions? It's over. Thank you very much for your attention. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Balarāma Appearance Day ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanandi Hari. Please accept my humble obeisance.